Hello and welcome again to my vision series. We're on the topic, what is an apostolic resource center? And we're focusing on Nima Apostolic Resource Center in Abuja, Nigeria. The second phase and the second point I'd like to focus on, and I'm speaking from the place of context and an experience in developing an apostolic resource center. I believe an apostolic center is a place of community. It's a place where community is built, community is developed, and community is practiced. So one of my experiences in developing an apostolic resource center in Abuja is, having to gather people from all walks of life and status, social status, experience, education, and from a mixed multitude. And as the equipping, which is our number one point that we looked at, as we began the equipping process, the training process, from there we began to learn how to be community, how to love, because love is at the foundation of developing a community. Now, if you remember what I said, the point that I made, that an apostolic center is not, anything that is in competition with the church. I do believe that in every territory and in every space that God has a blueprint that we build with. So really, there isn't a one blueprint that is, developed everywhere. I believe that God builds around the physical communities that we find ourselves. Because as a people, as a church, the ecclesia, we are called to serve communities, to take the love of Jesus Christ into communities. So an apostolic center has to first be a community before it can take community out there. So that's the second point. It's a place where communities are developed. Just as the book of Acts we saw, they became community. They came into a place of shared responsibility. They came into a place of shared emotion. They became one, and that's what an apostolic center is. For it to be able to resource a community, has to learn how to be a community. So in developing and in building, our apostolic center, we had to welcome all kinds of people from different walks of life and learn. As we taught them, we began to learn what community looks like. Indeed, in Genesis chapter 1, we saw that God built as community. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit came into a oneness and said, let us, make, man in our image and in our likeness. So in the most simplistic way, of describing what an apostolic center has at the center of its operation is community development. And it becomes a community, then becomes community that is aligned with the vision of the house. So for our house, it's developing reformers. So bringing, building community of reform-minded believers. That is our second point. Now, you can look forward to the third point. See you soon.